So I'm going to show you guys today how cool it is to have a glass palette. I've had this thing since I was in college, since I was at RISD, and I made it myself in school. I think the gentleman who worked at the store, at the Metcalf store, was super cool and showed me how to make a glass palette. He made me a really big one, and then I made a small one. I've had it for years. You can see I even use my pencil or I have my crayons on here. I also have my markers on here when I use my acrylic markers, and I use it for paint. So first things first, the cool thing about having a glass palette is if you get one of these things, which is it's like a scraper. You can get it at the hardware store. I think I got it at Walmart. And it has, you have to be very careful, obviously, if you're a youngin'. I know I have a lot of young followers, but you want to make sure that you have adult supervision if you do this. If you're old enough, great. You have one of these awesome blades that you put in, and you have to change it every once in a while, but the cool thing is you can actually scrape off the paint once it's dried. So I have literally just been painting this, so most of it is still a little bit wet, so that's why I'm wiping it off on here. But once it comes off and it's super dry, it's literally just a piece of plastic, because that's all acrylic is latex. So hold tight. I'm going to get all the stuff to make one and show you guys how to do it. Okay, give me one sec. Okay, so you're going to need a couple things. The first thing is a piece of glass. Now, I got this piece of glass from a frame that I did not need. It's about an 8 by 10. It's a little bit dirty. I've been trying to clean it. We don't have any Windex. I can't find Windex, so I'll just deal with what I got. So a piece of glass, and if you're young, make sure that you have a parent help you with this. And then the glass is an 8 by 10 sheet that I just so happen to have an 8 by 10 hardwood panel, but you can get like a panel cut to any size you need. I also have a piece of paper that I folded in half because I wanted it to be pretty non-translucent. Like sometimes white paper can be super thin. The point is you're going to put this white paper on top of your hardboard, and then you're going to take your glass and you're going to put your glass on top of the paper. Actually, it looks like this is just a touch smaller, but it should still be okay. So I also recommend Gorilla Tape or any kind of like silver duct tape, something pretty heavy duty, because it's just going to go around the edges to hold everything together, and you want to make sure that you're not going to accidentally get cut, or it's not going to break through the tape, because the glass can be sharp. So I always say handle with care. So let's see if I can actually cut this. Oh, this tape is tough to use. All right, so I'm going to measure about how much I need along, and then I'm going to cut. I probably could have ripped it, but let's just, for the sake of not making a crazy mess here, because I'm sure I would have knocked something over. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the side. Let me move this over so it's in better view and you can see it. I'm going to put the tape down just a little bit. I don't care if most of the tape shows up on the back, but I want to leave as much surface space as I can on the actual glass. So, let's see. I bend it over. And if you've ever wrapped a Christmas present, this might actually come in handy. You can either trim these, or sometimes I fold it over, but I'm going to leave it for now because I think I want to put the other tape on, and then maybe I'll just trim it. Let me see. So I'm going to get another piece for the other side. Maybe I'll go a little bit shorter if I can. I don't want that much hang. All right, so let me see. Cut it like this. Again, you don't want to go too much into your surface area. That might not be enough. Hold on. Let's see. Now, because mine has a little bit of extra space, I might actually dig my nail here right against it, so that way it won't move. I'll flip it over, do the same, wrap it around. And I think I am going to end up trimming this just because I don't want it to be a huge problem. So that's easy. Just take a scissor, trim it. Okay. And then for the final, I did rip it that time, but that was easy. So again, I'm going to go so I don't cover too much surface. You want to make sure you get just the right amount. Carry it over, fold it. I wanted to make sure, even though like I'm cutting these kind of short, I want to make sure I'm getting the corners, because the corner can even with the, you could scrape yourself with the actual wood, even though my glass didn't go all the way to the end. But just in case, you want to make sure you get your corners pretty good. So at least on one side it was a little long. But there you have it, a glass palette. It's ready. All you got to do is put down your paint. I hope that was helpful.